Before prison, I knew I wanted to be with Shane for the rest of my life. In that first month in my cell, the worst month, I would, play our fantasy wedding. I would just play it over and over again in my head. And then once I just came out after a really bad day into the courtyard and Shane was alone, and that had happened before that he asked Josh to stay in the cell only once, but we had kind of all planned it, and I was surprised and I was like, "Where's Josh? What's going on?" And he said, "Well, there's something I really need to talk to you about." And I said, "Well, I'm having a really bad day, so I hope it's something good because I can't process right now, I just need to have a good time and just be, good as much as possible." And he was like, "No, it's something good." We were sitting on this blanket holding hands with our arms around each other, and Shane just looked really serious. And he said, "Will you marry me?" I was so stunned, and so he said, "Is that a yes?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, that's a yes." So really, from that day on, our marriage became a symbol of our future together. And Josh was very much a part of that, because Josh is going to be our best man. And Josh, he loves us so much, and we love him so much. The cruelty and the injustice of Shane and Josh's continued detention and imprisonment is especially poignant and painful because of who they are as people.
Elkins Park mother fighting to free her son. Cindy, Nora, and I decided to apply for visas on January 6th because the detention of Josh and Sarah was lasting way longer than in our worst nightmare.
So all those long months, we waited for a phone call.
They were allowed to call home once. It was March 9th. We were not given any notice on that phone call.
He said, "Mom, this is Shane. I love you. I'm strong. I'm doing okay. How are you?" This was it. A minute in 9 months.
We kept thinking in February, in March, in April, we're going to Tehran. Well, our visas were not approved to May.
I come with an open heart. I come with a grateful heart, and I come with a mother's heart. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing my son and his two friends.
We were taken out of our cells and given civilian clothes. And then we got to the hotel and they took us upstairs and we opened the doors and the three of them were standing there holding flowers, and it was just the most overwhelming thing. And I just felt amazing, and really it just hits me.
It was the most exciting moment of my life to see my son.
And I'm so excited. I throw my hands up and I go running towards him.
To see her after all that time, you actually touch her. It's like, I think mothers understand what I'm talking about. People that love other people know what I'm talking about. You hold them and it becomes real again.
Yeah, being able to look into my mom's eyes was the greatest gift. Just knowing that she was seeing me and I was seeing her, and that we could hold each other and talk to each other, and something I'd just been dreaming and praying for so long. And it wasn't freedom, I'd always been dreaming for freedom, but it was the closest thing that we had experienced for a long time.
I wanted to fill him with as much hope as I could. I wanted to tell him all the work that's being done, all the people that are speaking out for him. I wanted to tell him how hard we're working. I wanted to instill him with the fact that he will be home. We never knew till we left the ground in Tehran, that they weren't coming home with us. Seeing Shane put on the elevator, watching the doors close, not knowing when I'd see him again, was the hardest moment of my life. We left on May 21st, and we haven't heard one word.
One of the most difficult things is they have not been able to write letters home. We write every day.
Yep, people from everywhere write letters to the P.O. box for Shane, Sarah, and Josh. I just recently read about your imprisonment. I just wanted to let you know that we will be thinking of you. There are many who are working to change the situation. Keep your hopes up.
And then I always add my note at the top. I love you, Shane, Mom.
Free at last. After 410 days of imprisonment, Sarah Short arrived in the Gulf state of Oman, safely back in the arms of her mother. Sarah Short and her family know they're the lucky ones. There is no talk of bail or freedom for the other 2 American prisoners tonight, still in jail in Iran.
And so I got to see them that day in the outdoor courtyard. And when I told them, they both just started beaming. Josh was like jumping up and down. He was so happy. And he was laughing and just saying how great it was. And that's when Josh said he felt 1/3 free. And I said, I feel 1/3 free. I just told them that we would always be together, that nothing could separate us, and that every minute I was going to be fighting for them and demanding their freedom, and I was going to tell the world the pain and the suffering that they were in. And I said I wouldn't rest until it was done, and that I felt very strongly that they would be with me soon and that this was almost over.
I don't know what good this does for a great nation like Iran to continue in this mode. We need our kids home.
This is a human rights violation, an international law violation, against Islamic law, against Iranian law.
It is time for good deeds, mercy, and compassion. We are ready.
But I do believe that the fact that we are innocent and that the truth is on our side will help us to end this. I still believe in that. They're beautiful, curious, courageous human beings, but they're stuck in a small, cramped cell with very little sunlight. They have nothing but each other. Everything else has been taken away from them, everything that they love. And they don't deserve to be there 1 minute longer than I was, and they never deserved to be there in the first place. And it's wrong, and the whole world knows that it's wrong, and it has to end. Shane and Josh need to come home. They need to come home now.